One by one, the golden tickets have been found as they've been ripped out of the wrapping papers. Husk was the first one, the drunk at the Hazbin Hotel, then Angel, then Nifty, then Charlie. On the other side of town, the V's got theirs. More like invitations than golden tickets. They could take one person each. The V's knew this was their chance to finally figure out what was behind those doors. What was behind the TV room? What was behind the chocolate room? They found a long time ago before they left the factory, scared out of their wits. They heard that the Hazbin Hotel group was also going there because they found some tickets as well. So when the day came, the gates were still closed as hundreds, non thousands of people. Extermination Day was cancelled to see what happened. People waited. Before the Hazbin team left, Alistair and Lucifer stayed behind, and of course the rest of them stayed as well, but as the ones who found the tickets left. When they went to the factory, they see giant pillars with writing on the walls, saying W's, and of course O's, trying to spell the word Wonka at the end of these different pillars. At the gates, a speaker was heard. Open the gates. The gates creaked and bent open as the warped angel steel wall opened up. As they entered, the speaker blared again as they entered the factory, away from the gates inside the factory. Close the gates. The gates swung closed fast, then they did openly. Dear guest, it's my bring justice to welcome you to my humble factory. And who am I? Well, the doors of the factory swung open as a man stand there, cane in hand, as he limped, and then fell, as he did a somersault over the falling stairs to be standing forward, to reveal a younger imp who looked exactly the same as he did 4,000 years ago, as he did as a child. The V's were stunned to see him this young, after seeing him probably in his 60s last time they saw him. He welcomed the guests very humbly, getting their tickets and of course letting them in. He tipped a hat of himself and then closed the doors. He asked the people how was their day, of course, handing them, he was taking their coats as well as they were talking, putting the coats on some human hand-like hangers as they grabbed them instantly. The guests were stunned at first, but he told them not to worry. These were just machines he'd made a while back. The V's asked how did he stay this young after they seen him at 60. He said he made a candy to make him younger, to feel younger, of course, and make him look younger, but he is probably now over 2 million years old now. The science doesn't add up. What was he even talking about? The math doesn't even add. Before they can speak anymore, he leads them to the giant door. As the walls get smaller and smaller, as the doors got smaller and smaller. Then finally, they walked in. They walked into the smallest part of the hallway with a tiny door that said chocolate room. He opened it with a tiny key and then opened the door as there was a giant whoosh of the chocolate smell of the room. This room looked like paradise, more better than heaven was ever described. He told everyone everything here is edible. Even he was edible. But that was called cannibalism, and that was on the other side of this town. And you can go there if you want to eat someone, but not here. He giggled as he led everyone around to check the lovely candy walls. People ran off on their own. Baggy and Charlie went left. Angel and Nifty and Husk went the other direction, and the V's stood there for a few seconds. For Wonka tapped his cane harshly and gave them a black eye. His eyes turned black as they were scared, and they ran off to do their own thing. Everyone was doing fine until Husk realized the chocolate river was also whiskey. He was parched at the time. He hadn't drank anything since he left the hotel, so he took a sip, then another sip, and then his face was just in it. As everyone else was on the other side of the factory, watching the Oompa Loompas work and how Wonka was telling them how they met. Angel yelled for Husk to stop drinking from the river, and Wonka also yelled him to stop. But it was no use. Husk decided to drink until finally he fell in. The alarms went off, but Charlie tried to use her powers to get him out. But there was no luck. The powers short-circuited, and Wonka forgot to tell them their powers don't work in the factory walls. They're lost. So, in horror, people see Husk drowning. And then the pipe came out of nowhere. Copper/gold and glass pipe came out of nowhere, slowly coming down to the river and sucking up Husk. The emergency pipe took him away. As people were worried, Wonka blew a large whistle as his workers came out, sung a song, and told everyone that Husk was lost. But after the song ended, Wonka told them they were just joking. He will be fine. He might be wet, probably scarred, but he'll be fine. He led everyone out of the chocolate room into a boat to let him onto the river, into a tunnel, down to the inventing room.